everyone, welcome to today's video. It is July 3rd and it is about 1:30 in the afternoon. Thank you for joining me. We are going to be walking the perimeter of Yorkville. Yorkville is a neighborhood in Toronto. It's just south of Midtown, just north of downtown. And Yorkville is probably one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Canada to live and also to do business down here. What I mean by that is, from a retail perspective at least, a lot of the designer shops are located here in Yorkville. Tiffany's, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, you know, all of those high-end shopping destinations. You're walking on the south side of Davenport towards Yonge. So the perimeter started at, or where we started at least, was at Davenport and Avenue Road. So we have crossed the street to the south side, walking eastbound. So it goes eastbound to Yonge, and then south on Yonge to Bloor, and then along Bloor until we hit Avenue Road, then up Avenue Road back to where we started at Davenport. This is one of the inner streets of the perimeter of Yorkville. We will do a video of the interior of Yorkville. I'm just gathering a little bit more information because when I first moved here, Yorkville looked somewhat different than it does today. And I wanted to be able to recall some of the places that I knew once existed that are no longer and have been replaced mostly by condos. So I want to be able to talk to you a little bit more about those details once I finish doing a little bit more research. And on that note, person I spoke to today, Heather, and I thank Heather, she gave me some information where I could get, or gave me some sites where I could get a little bit more information, because I tried just, you know, going on Google and looking for information on Yorkville back in the 90s, early 80s, but unless I go right to the archives facility online, I probably won't, I couldn't get much information. So she hooked me up with a few links where I can maybe hopefully get a little bit more information. So here we are in Davenport. Continuing along Davenport. So, yeah, so this morning our insurance appraiser came, and she is actually the person, Heather, who provided me with that bit of insight. So I thank her for that, as far as where I can gain a little bit more historical information. So once she left, I slapped on a bunch of sunscreen and away I went. So from home it takes me, I think, about half an hour, between half an hour and 40 minutes, I think, to get down to my start point. And then, not sure how long this perimeter walk will take. But it's a beautiful day. I think it was minus, not minus, listen to me, my goodness. I think it was plus 21 or 23 when I left the house. No, shorts on, sleeveless shirt, nice and comfy. It's not overly humid. It's nice. So one of my last videos, I mentioned to you guys that I was, psyching myself into doing my first run of the year. And I did it, so I'm happy I finally did that. I've been procrastinating. My new running shoes worked out perfectly. And it's anticipation's like absolutely the worst thing anybody can do to themselves, is go through anticipation. Sometimes you need to, once you start getting into that rut, you need to just get out of the rut by doing what it is that you are hesitating doing, and where all the anticipation is coming from. So with all that anticipation, caused a bit of anxiety. So finally went out, and it was not as bad as I thought it would be. I was a bit sore the next day, but nothing, nothing to cause any real concern, for sure. I mean, barely noticed. And then, because the next day, I went out, my husband and I went out with friends of ours, and we went for a nice ravine walk. So I was quite comfortable doing that. And so I thank Hal and Linda for including us on their ravine walk. So it's beautiful. It's down by Moore Park. You get a beautiful day. And of course, walking in the ravine, it's fairly well shaded. So other than heat from just the exertion component, which really was pretty mild, we were really comfortable. So that run, yeah, it didn't affect me at all during that walk, so that was good. And so I was out for probably just over an hour running. I shouldn't say I was running for the whole hour, because I wasn't. So I ran for the first half hour straight, and then I made a promise to myself that I wouldn't, no pain, no gain, get rid of that mentality. And, walked for a couple of minutes to get rid of any fatigue that was creeping up. So yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I feel pretty good about how I managed that. But I had to remind myself not to run like I used to, and I had to keep reminding myself of that. Weather was good. Had a little bit of rain when I started out, but it was early in the morning, but that was all good. When it started to drizzle a little bit, all I could think about was, not my new shoes. Don't like getting new running shoes dirty or mucky. I mean, it happens. It just does over time. And I do. You get rained on and you go through puddles, and sometimes you step in muck. Depends on where you're running. But I didn't want it to happen on my first run. But everything was good. And yeah, so I'm probably going to do a run tomorrow morning. So here we're coming up to Yonge Street. Here's the Masonic Temple. And apparently once upon a time, the Rolling Stones rehearsed in here. Is it called the Viper Tour or... anyhow, doesn't matter. But I heard that they once rehearsed in the Masonic Temple. Now, if we were to cross Yonge Street, continuing east, that turns into Church Street. And I did a Church Street video a while back. Now we're heading southbound on Yonge. I'm walking on the west side of Yonge. There's the Toronto Islamic Center. That used to be a Shoppers Drug Mart a couple years ago. So hair salons are open, yabba dabba doo, and I'm going on July 13th to get this big hair calmed down. Get rid of some of the bush. Make it a little bit more groomed. Here's the Toronto Reference Library. So this is a really good academic resource. I think they have a full law library here in the stacks, and I could be wrong about that, but I think there's 4 or 5 floors. Can't remember now. But I used to spend some time in this library. And here is, just gonna angle the camera upward. So they are rebuilding this area. They're maintaining the facade, and I think they're putting up condos. But there used to be little independent shops here, a lot of little fast food spots and a convenience store, coffee shop.
I have 2 deliverables that are due on Monday. Yeah.
And this building here looks like it is designated to come down. I did, I think, show this in a previous video. Oops. For some reason my gimbal is going a bit wonky, so I apologize if it's a bit jerky, folks. So since I've been in Toronto, this building has always existed, the one across the street. But across the way there, where the Nordstrom Rack store is, there used to be just, I think, 2-3-story buildings there. And there used to, again, be a lot of little shops that were along there. There used to be a Druxy's on the corner, and there used to be a Toby's just south on Yonge on the east side. Yeah, it looked a lot different this corner, and of course this corner here that the angle of the camera is angling at will cross the street. There used to be a Stollery's store there that I think was 3 stories, and now there's a mega complex being erected. Okay, now we are walking westbound on the south side of Bloor, just off of Yonge, west on Bloor, and we're going to head to Avenue Road. Now there's a big lineup here for Zara across the street. I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick that up. I guess there's a big sale or something going on. Now I hear a lot of noise just west on Bloor. I don't know what, whoops, sorry, I don't know what that is. Maybe we'll find out. And on this corner here, there used to be an Ashley's. Ashley's, they did like flatware and stemware. So a China store. I don't know what happened to that store. Oops. And here's the iconic Halt Renfrew. Oh, so there are... it almost looks like a protest of some kind. How did the typical flu disappear? Oh, no mask, no vac. Oh, so anti-vaccinators. Yeah, I guess these guys are anti-vaccinators. Free Julian Assange. Wow. So they are taking up, this is an illegal protest because they are blocking traffic. They are walking eastbound on Bloor. There's no escort. Some of them are walking in the bike lane and some of them were just walking right on the street. You know, if you're going to protest, you don't need to inconvenience people in your path. I don't think that's right. I think you can protest, but you shouldn't be interfering with people trying to get around town. And there used to be across the street there where the musician is, that used to be a Gap. Don't know what happened to that. I know the Gap up by my house, Yonge and Eglinton area, that's no longer either. And across the street there where it says Akeem Optical, that used to be David's, and David's was a iconic shoe store. Pricey, all designer, all very bougie. remember there used to be a store called Crawford's. Used to be along here, and there used to be another Toby's restaurant along here. I think it was Crawford's. I think there still is one in Bayview Village. And right where that Halt Renfrew for Men is, that used to be a root store. But you can see it's pretty bougie. There's a Hermes store. I don't know what Fire and Flower is. Welcome to the future home of Fire and Flower. I don't know what that is. Colin Hahn. This has always been here since I've been here. And right across the street here, try and get in a better position for you so you can see. So right here, this used to be a cinema where where you would watch movies. And there was also one, I think it was connected to the one just right through this walkway. Or what I do remember, there used to be a really cool entrance here. Maybe it wasn't. I know that there was a theater right through there. So when I do an interior walk of Yorkville, I'll point that out if I remember. Dolce & Gabbana. Now it looks like there's a Brooks Brothers store just on the north side of Bloor here. And it looks like they're still open. I think there's a few stores that are open. So I think they went belly up. Here is Dior and Coach. Bougie. Yeah, I think Brooks Brothers, something's happening with them. Or something did happen. I think there's just a few stores left, maybe. So amongst all these fancy stores, you get a Winners and a HomeSense. There's Prada. Now it says here Cartier opening fall 2021. Cartier was already here, so maybe they're just doing a reno. Yeah, it says here we're currently closed for renovation. So they're opening up in the fall. And there used to be it was called the Purple Onion, I think, right up where you see the canopies. It's a restaurant. It was a restaurant, and it was called, I think, the Red Onion or the Purple Onion or something. And we used to frequent this place back in the day, but now I think it's called La Society, I think. And there used to be some cool shops in here. Oh, this is where the William Ashley store now is located. Black Goat Cashmere. Here's Escada. There's St. John and Gucci across the street. Burberry, Tiffany. Oh, here's a little art gallery. Ooh. Oops. I don't have my mask, so I better not go in. But that looks pretty cool. Or maybe I do have my mask. No, I don't think I do. I'm going to ask if I can record in here. take one of these masks that they're offering. Oh wow, look at how cool that is. Is it okay if I record? Oh, great, thank you. Wow, I didn't expect this. This is a treat, guys. That's Barbie. Isn't that cool? Wow, that is beautiful. Look at how beautiful. I like that one, breakfast in bed, the top one. That's really nice. Oh, isn't that fun? That looks really cool. I'm gonna post this on my YouTube channel.
Oh, fabulous. What's your YouTube channel?
Boomer Girl Walking.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you like to hear artists, just waiting until there's a bit of a break. So that's us.
Right.
So it's the 7 artists who are part of the collective here. So you can take that with you if you need the additional information.
Great, and you are?
I'm Mark, so I did the
you're
chairs
Mark.
and the Judy
Great.
and the Barbies. And then this is Jane and Jeff. They did the larger photograph there with the camera, and also in the niche there's the cameras. And at the very front you can see the 2 highlighted and super saturated Toronto landmarks of Fillmore's and City Hall, right? Yes, I remember.
They're all on here so far. Thank
okay,
you.
perfect.
Yeah, it's really nice meeting you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, look at this cool one here.
That's Morgan Jones.
That's nice. That's nice. Look at how beautiful that is. Isn't this just a real bonus, guys? Like, I didn't think that we would luck out so well today. Wow, I'm so over the moon. Look at how cute that is. The 6. Oh, this is really nice.
Mark made that.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Really nice. Spread a little love, love, love. To be so talented. So guys, if you're looking for some good art, you know where to come. I really like that lipstick on the teeth. How often that has happened to me. That is so good. Oh, I'll take that one. That's got birds and cake. Two of my favorite things. Look at that. Now here it is with the bench. Isn't that cool? That's the actual love seat that was used. That's cool. Free art show today. Wow, wow, wow. I'm so happy. Oh no, this is cool too. This is just so creative. How creative that is. So there's the actual chair and teacup. And that's the painting of that still life. Isn't that neat? That is so neat. And that is a streetcar, right? That's an image of a streetcar. These look like originals right here. Yeah, ink and pastel paintings on paper. They're a nice size. Like how cool is this? So we were at 131 Bloor Street West. This is if you want to come down and have a look and support our artists here. So the artists that are on display are Mark Leberzone, Todd Monk, Adrian Jackson, J&J Photo Art, Hugh Lamb, Morgan Jones, and Vanessa Drew. This is cool too, right? And that just that perfect spot. That is lovely. That is really cool. Oh, what a treat that was. Thank you very much for letting me. Boomer Girl Walking.
Boomer Girl Walking. All
So
right,
this
I'm
will
gonna
be
check it out.
this will be there.
Oh,
Probably go up in the next few days. Pardon me?
I'll check it all out. But thank
Yeah.
you for featuring.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much. Wow. Okay. That was really cool. That was, oh wow, that was unexpected. Okay, here's Max Mara, Stuart Weitzman. Thank God they had masks there because I had no intention of going in anywhere today. I was just going to stay outside and do this walk today, and what a bonus. I'm just so appreciative that they let me record. And there's some really nice works in there, folks. Some really nice pieces of art. This used to be a Banana Republic, but before that, I think it was a bank, but I could be mistaken. So we're going to cross the street. So once you get south of Bloor, Avenue Road turns into Queen's Park, and then it turns into University Avenue. I never call this part Queen's Park. I always call it University Avenue because it's only for a short distance before it changes to University Avenue. And then once we are north of Bloor, it's Avenue Road. One street with many names. Just like my husband has his name, and then he has many other names that I have given him. So my husband is visiting his mom this weekend. Going to be 91 this August. And this is the new Hyatt Hotel. So the footprint looks pretty much the same, because if you look at the Park Hyatt entrance right here, it's not yet open, but this was the footprint that it had before it was, I don't know if it was entirely torn down, it may have been, but I guess it's a newer and better version. Now, just across the way up here, we'll get there. But the original Four Seasons Hotel, up until, maybe, within the last 5 years, maybe not quite 10 years. Time goes by so quickly, I might have my years wrong, but for sure within the last 5 years, maybe 8 years, the Four Seasons Hotel used to be right here where the camera is angling, right here across the street. Now it's condos, and there's some commercial on the bottom. So now we are walking northbound on Avenue Road, and this will be the last leg of our Yorkville perimeter walk. Oh, there's some nice clothes in there. Ooh, nice things. Yorkville, you can always find something that you like, but can you afford it is the question. It is super pricey down here. And now I think that, I'm not sure if that's considered Art Deco, these buildings across the street where you see it says notice, and you see that the windows are round. I'm not sure what period piece that design is, but anyhow, and this building right here, where you actually see the notice sign, I remember there used to be a Vidal Sassoon hair salon. There used to be a Vidal Sassoon hair salon, and I think that used to be an eyeglass store on the corner. And then up here, it was either 45 or the one beside it, 49, 47. So what are those two doors? They used to be a, oh, sorry about this camera, you guys, so sorry. I have to use both hands because it is, for some reason, it doesn't want to stay centered. Anyhow, sorry, it used to be a Furla purse store. Furla is I think they just design purses. And this used to be I think it was called Morgan's, and it was like a real die-hard meat and potatoes, like a real meat and potatoes, old school kind of restaurant. Here's Yorkville. This is, I think, part of Hazelton Lanes across the street here. And the facade has been refurbished. I can't remember. There used to be access into Hazelton Lanes through here, but there were actually storefront entrances here as well. That's changed probably in the last 5 or so years. This structure here has always been here since I've been here. Condos and medical services. Looks like plastic surgery type. Plastic surgery, you know, cosmetic surgery. So this looks pretty much the same. Now Whole Foods came here, gosh, oh man, down this location, I think over 10 years ago. But they revamped the interior of Hazelton Lanes to, I think, accommodate that Whole Foods. But I also remember that there used to be a little skating rink in there, if I'm not mistaken. in the winter. And then in the summer, it'd be like a little courtyard with tables to eat. And it was quite bougie. Yeah, there used to be, maybe this was it, there used to be there was a hotel here. Oh, right here, I think. You see where, yeah, I think right here where you see that black fencing across the street. That used to be I'm pretty sure that used to be a hotel there. I knew that was going to be coming down. So it looks like that's down. But this here, I think, I could be mistaken now, I can't remember. I think that's where the hotel was, but then this looks like they're doing something new to the storefront there. Oh, that used to be a Ferrari across the street, a Ferrari dealership. That looks closed. Wow. I'm kind of surprised. I've always liked this apartment building here, right across the street. You can see it. I think I liked it because of the location. I liked how the balcony looked. Like it's so, what would it be, 50s? Yeah, it looks old. It looks like it could have been built in the 50s or 60s. I like it. I really do. You don't see buildings that are maintained like that anymore. I think they're really neat looking. It's nice to see these old buildings maintained. Yeah, I think this has always been here. That ring, I think that's so cool. I'm sorry for all the jerking guys, really. I don't know what's going on here. Now here, on this corner, there used to be a fairly bougie spa-like facility called Miralinda, right here. Looks like it's the same kind of thing. Let's just cross the street. Looks like it's the same kind of thing. I think it might be more cosmetic surgery than just massage. Like, I'm not sure. I think Miralinda was mostly massage and facials and stuff. And I think the Miralinda left before all the cosmetic procedures became a thing, like became really popular and a little bit more affordable with the new technology and that kind of thing. And this is a new, oh, I'm sorry, this is a new condo development just across the street. I think this finished this past year. Yeah, I think it just finished this past year. Looks nice. So what used to be there was, there used to be a restaurant there. Oh, wait a minute. That restaurant is still there. Yeah, there is a restaurant there where it says Figures. That's been a restaurant, like all kinds of different restaurants. Now it's called Figures. I think the only time I was in there was probably, when I first moved here in '89. And here it used to be just like an empty space. There was no building, at least for part of this. There was no building. I think it was just green space, or like not an actual park, but I think it just was an empty lot for like the longest time. Not dissimilar to across the street. You probably can't see it, but there was like a fence down there, and that was an empty spot. But yeah, I think this used to be just like an empty lot, and now they've developed into something a little bit more worthwhile than just an empty lot. It's always nice to look at some beautiful flowers. Beautiful. That's my husband's favorite flower, is the sunflower. So all these shops are, these flower shops are on Avenue Road, just a few doors south of Davenport Road. Well, folks, I think this is the best time as ever to conclude today's video. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you will consider smashing that like box and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps my channel out. And I hope you have the best weekend. Be safe, take care, and I'll see you in my next video. This is Boomer Girl Walking, signing off.